time when women can do men's jobs. Okay, welcome to the jungle. I hope I'm sorry, but no French toast way you honestly can say that. No. We're going to have the conversation now. We're going to have the conversation. Unmute yourself. How old are you? 29. At the rate that women are outpacing men, there will come a time when men. Okay, what women are you referring to? Okay, more women than men, but I need to know specifically what group of women are outpacing men. Who are you referring to?
Women in general.
Okay, what percentage of women? Oh, you're a black woman, so let's keep it in the black community. What percentage of black women are in science, engineering, technology, and math?
Maybe 5%.
Less than that.
Less than that. Okay.
So how can 5% of anything eclipse what 95% are doing?
I look at it as men had 100 of years to develop, and to become like.
Ma'am, before you give me the monologue, I need the math.
Right. However.
No. Listen, I will let you speak. Before you give me the monologue, I need the math. How can 5% outproduce 95%?
They can't.
Exactly. Right. And if the current population of women is producing at a 5% rate, you would need 18 times more females to just approximate what men are doing. True or false? 5 times 18 is 95. Yes?
True.
Right. 18 times more females, the planet would be what? 18 times more populated? Even if you reduce half the right. The planet can't sustain that population to get to female productivity. Next.
Okay. I'll take
do we agree on the math though?
Yes, I agree on the math. However,
you need 18 times more women.
Correct. However, men have the ability to go to school, educate themselves, and
Excuse me? Men have what? Hold on, be clear. Men have what?
Have had the freedom and the ability to, to become builders and architects. When we women didn't have the
right. And women have not had the freedom to become architects and builders?
Right.
So, where?
Well, for the last 50 years, we have had the ability, but we haven't.
You've had it before. Okay, ma'am. Even if I granted the argument.
Okay,
let me grant the argument.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have it before the past 50 years, which is not true, because there were women who were architects, even attorneys, back in the 40s and 50s. So this whole notion, you need time to catch up. How many years is it going to require women to catch up to where men are today?
I mean, the population and society is going to continue after our generation and the generation after us.
How many years do you think it's going to? No, I don't want eventually. I need a number. See how I'm about math. I gave you a number about how many, because you said you're outpacing, and I just showed that's not even close to being true.
Maybe the next decade? No, not decade. Maybe the next century?
The next century. Next 100 years.
Yes.
So society has to wait and invest for another 10 decades just to get women up to the current level of production that men already are.
I mean, well,
is that true? Is that your argument?
Yes, but statistics.
Okay, then let me ask you a question. No. Let me ask you a follow-up question.
Okay.
What are the men doing in that 100 years time?
What they're doing now.
Yes. What are we doing? Are we stagnant?
Well, statistics have shown that more women
are. We stagnant?
Some are, yes.
No, men. I didn't say some. Men. See, in order for your example to work, men have to be flat. And that's not the case. Men continue to build. We build, so you're 29?
Yes, I'm 29.
Okay, I want you to go back 10, 12, 15 years ago.
Okay.
What was a smartphone?
A smartphone when I was 14, that was the Nokia phone.
Right. They weren't too smart now, were they?
No.
No. And what was, but now you have a computer in your pocket. You have more computing power in your palm than 20 that put men on the moon.
Correct. But but women have contributed to that. It's not just
doesn't matter if you've contributed, you contribute at a limited rate.
Contribute to it.
You can contribute, ma'am, but ma'am, you don't contribute at the rate of consumption. That's the ultimate problem. You consume more than you contribute. If we have to wait 100 years to get just where men are, that means we are investing 100 years. What are we going to get that's so great and wonderful? If we're already getting it from men now, why do we need to wait 100 years to get it from you then?
Because women, how do I explain this?
Women are what?
All right, so let's use a current event, right? So let's use coronavirus as a current event to show the difference between men and women, right? In countries that are predominantly run by men, have the worst cases of coronavirus.
Ma'am, what countries are run? No, stop right there. I'm not going to don't overtalk me. I don't told. Hey, lady, I've told you don't overtalk me. Please don't do that. I don't want to have to mute you. Can you hear me? Jesus H. Christ. Unmute yourself.
Sorry.
Don't make me have to mute you. You were going to come in here and say some propaganda about countries that are run by men versus women. What country are you speaking to specifically?
New Zealand.
New Zealand is run by women.
Yeah.
Really? Are you mean that the head of the government is female?
Yeah.
But what about the infrastructure?
I mean, it's built by men. You guys have been...
Oh, no. See, does the CEO run a company or does he lead a company?
He leads it.
Right. So New Zealand, and if you want to have this discussion, we can have it loaded for Bear Friday, because in Scandinavia, thank you, Dr. Jordan Peterson, for all your research and work. They are showing the adverse effects of this utilitarian society. So what you're talking about is rank propaganda and BS. You're going to have to bring better than just opinions over here. I'm not a fool. I read. The bottom line is this. Women are not outpacing men today. That's some stuff you like to talk about. It doesn't show in the data. And if it's going to take 100 years to get caught up, that presumes men are doing nothing. We're still moving. Somebody still has to provide between year 99 or year 100 and year 1. 99 years, you're running override. Go ahead. Any point, counter any one of these points.
I mean, my point still stands. Like,
no, your point is wrong.
If we give it society a chance where women have the equal amount of time that men had to make the changes they have, I'm sure we'll see the difference. But
you're sure? You're sure? No, you're sure. What? Okay, let me ask you two questions.
Okay.
What makes you so sure that women will catch up?
Because we're outpacing men, and
you're not outpacing men.
College degree.
College degree. No, ma'am. See, you can't overtalk. No. You're not outpacing men in productive college degrees. You're outpacing men in humanities, not in the things that society runs on: science, engineering, technology, and math. You are not, ma'am. Stop lying. That is simply not true. You are not outpacing men in STEM.
Maybe.
There's no maybe. Bridges are built by engineers, not by bakers. You get sick and break your leg. Do you want a hairstylist or do you want a medical doctor?
A medical doctor.
Then act like a medical doctor matters. In the house you live in, do you live in a home or an apartment or what?
I live in an apartment.
What floor do you live on?
I live on the 3rd floor.
Great. Would you live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building built by a female only?
No, it was built by a man.
And I said, would you?
Yeah.
Would you live would you live in an apartment? What city are you in?
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Go to New York City. Would you live on the 70th floor of a building built by females only.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Is that
Congratulations.
wrong?
Hey, congratulations, but where are they?
You're not around.
Because they don't do the work, ma'am. They don't do the work, and there's nothing keeping women from doing the work. And see, the second question is, you feel as though you're certain that they're going to catch up because they were outpacing men. That was factually inaccurate. But let's just say that it was factually inaccurate. Let me grant your point and say it's true.
Right.
Women are outpacing men. I'm going to grant that argument is true, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be the greater benefit of having women doing the job 100 years from now that men are already doing right now competently?
I mean, there's no greater benefit.
Thank you. Thank you for proving my point. Hate me, despise me, don't like my kitten heels, whatever. Night in, night out, day in, day out. You cannot beat the facts. You cannot beat the argument. You want to make it pejorative, ad hominem, personal, you still cannot beat the work that's being done every French toast day. And gentlemen, that's what they don't like. When you stand confidently on your square and say, you know what? I am broken, I am flawed, I am no different than anybody else, but guess what? I will make something out of my broken pieces. I will make something out of myself that's better than what I came here as. And I will do it standing up straight, looking tall, and accepting the good and the bad. Do you?